Hi students, so what we're going to do in this next series of videos is talk about freedom of religion in the United States Constitution. And where this is addressed is in the First Amendment, which is in the same place that addresses freedom of speech. So the First Amendment begins, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. I'm just going to repeat that again. The Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. So there's two parts, okay? That first part, not making laws establishing a religion, is called the Establishment Clause. And the second part, prohibiting the free exercise thereof, is called the Free Exercise Clause, okay? So the US Constitution actually sort of says two different things about religion. The establishment of religion means that you have freedom to be free from religion, that New York can't decide that it's a Catholic state and Maine can't decide that it's a Protestant state, which is your freedom from religion, okay? And then prohibiting the free exercise thereof means freedom of religion. So if you're a religious person, New York can't stop you from going to synagogue, or Maine can't stop you from going to a mosque, okay? But those are two different ideas. Freedom from religion, you have the freedom to be free from a state religion, and freedom of religion, which means you have the right to practice your religion freely. And those are two different things, okay? Now, keep in mind that both were important to the colonists and the people founding this new country. The freedom from a religion, from establishing a religion, was really in the forefront of a lot of people's minds because England had gotten in a lot of wars over religion. There were many wars between lots of countries who each had state religions that the government officially followed, everyone had to follow, and they would end up being in wars and governments with other religions. And something that the people who wrote this constitution were definitely thinking about was that they wanted to avoid these types of religious wars between countries. And they were also thinking about the framers of the Constitution, some of whom were religious, some were what we'd probably call agnostic today, also did want this to be a place where you didn't have to be involved with a particular established religion. And at the same time, freedom of religion was important to folks who weren't the state religion, who were coming over here to be able to practice their own religion, to have a different version of the Bible, to have different practices and things like that. Now, keep in mind that the idea of there not being a state religion appealed to people who wanted peace because they didn't want religious wars. It appealed to people who were agnostic, who didn't want to have to follow a set religion. And it also appealed to religious people. There was a lot of religious people at the time who thought that governments getting involved in religion was actually bad for the religion, right? England getting involved in religion and saying this is our religion corrupts the religion, and religious leaders can't make their own decisions, and the religion becomes a ploy for things the government wants to do as opposed to something for the devoted and faithful. So there's lots of reasons why you wouldn't want a state or the whole country to have a religion. And some of them are reasons that religious people want, some are reasons that not religious people want, and some are reasons that whether or not people are religious just think it's better for peace. So those are the two main parts. And, also other ideas of religious people, that it's not good to have a state religion because that forces people to have a religion. You want people to be religious because they believe in God, because they believe in a religion, not because the state told them that they had to. And so what we ended up with was this idea, that Thomas Jefferson particularly propounded, that we need a wall of separation between church and state in this country. And those are kind of the foundations and basics of freedom of religion and freedom from religion in this country. And in the next video, we'll get to the cases.